on, guys? It's me, Josh, the future filmmaker 394 is here once again. I'm here to give you guys another ranking, this time with the new film in the Predator series out. I decided to rank all 6 movies from my least favorite to my favorite. So, this is basically my ranking. Before I get started, be sure to tell me your list down below. All opinions are objective. And please do not give me negative comments, because any negative hate comments will get you removed from the comment section. Let's be clear, I count the Predator films and the AVP films. If you don't count the AVP films, you don't have to rank them in your ranking. So let's get started. At number 6 is Predator 2. This is the worst film in the Predator series. Not only does this insult the first one, but it just clearly does not understand what the Predator is to be. Predator is supposed to be in the jungle. I do give it credit for going out and being in the city and doing something different, but nothing about this film works. I don't like the way Stephen Hopkins directed this movie. I don't like the way this movie is written. And this movie just basically disrespects everything I love about the first Predator. I will watch Predator 2 to give it a second chance, but this is, for now, this is just the worst movie in the Predator series.
Predator 2 is one of the worst sequels to a classic movie I've ever seen in my life. The only things that I like are Danny Glover, the Predator, and some of the action sequences, and that it takes place in the city. Other than that, the writing is horrible, the directing is horrible, everything about this movie is terrible. Avoid it at all costs.
And number 5 is Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. This one is a little bit better than Predator 2, but that is not saying much because it still carries the same amount of problems. The writing in this movie is not very good. The characters, you don't get any characters to care about except for Stephen Pasquale, Enrico Ainsworth, and John Ortiz. And I do appreciate the fact that this is R-rated, but you put babies in danger, and I didn't really like that. And also, what is up with the freaking lighting in this movie? You can't see anything that goes on in this movie. Even when the Predators and Aliens are duking it out, you can't even see what's going on. The first image that they released, that is the best image because you can see what is happening. I do give it credit for the Predalien. I thought that was a really cool idea. And I really do think there are some interesting things here. But the problem is just the way this movie is written and directed. But there are some things I do kind of like about it, but it's still not a very good movie. But as a guilty pleasure, I can turn my brain off and have fun with it.
AVP, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, it is the weakest of the 2 AVP movies. It is still a guilty pleasure, but it does have problems with the characters. It gets overly violent at times, and you can't even see what's going on throughout the entire movie. But there are still some entertaining aspects to it that keeps me from hating it.
Is Shane Black's The Predator. This is the newest film in the Predator series. I did enjoy the new Predator film, but like I said in my review, I felt like there could have been more character development. I feel like the changes that Fox wanted made to the film during production of the film, post-production, does kind of hurt the film, and the entire third act, while it's decent, I just don't really like the end of the film. And I do give credit for Olivia Munn for the whole controversy speaking out about the one person cast in here. I do feel like this movie could have went through another rewrite, like I said, but you do have some jokes I did like. There are some jokes I hated. You do have some good performances, especially from Boyd Holbrook and Olivia Munn. The CGI Ultimate Predator is a cool idea, but I felt like the Ultimate Predator should have just been completely practical. I do love seeing the original, the OG Predator. He was still badass, and it's a fine time. It's not the worst movie of the year, but it's definitely flawed and it's not a perfect movie. Now, if you will fix all the problems that this movie had and take some of the humor out and replace them with some more serious scenes, give the characters more fleshed out development, and kept the stuff that you cut out in this film, I think this movie would have been on par with the first one.
The Predator lived up to my expectations, and I'm in the minority, but I think this is a pretty underrated movie. This is easily probably my fourth or third favorite in the series. While I do have some problems, I will say that I do like what Shane Black did. I do like the comedy. I like the cast, including Olivia Munn. And the Predator looks awesome.
3 is the original Predator. What can you say that hasn't been said about a classic film? Everything about this movie works. John McTiernan created an awesome action movie from 1987. The writing is really good. I love the idea. I love the jungle environment. I like this entire team of men. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke, Shane Black. The introduction of the Predator is always awesome. You get some cool one-liners. Get to the chopper and stick around. And then the final fight between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator at the end of the movie is really badass. I really think it is very cool to see that. I really like the way this movie looks. I like the action. I like the kills. And when you first see the Predator unmasked, is always awesome. Then the voice scene with Arnold Schwarzenegger, "Come and get me! Come here!" I love just a lot of great things in the film. I really enjoy Predator 2, and I have a lot of fun. No, Predator. Sorry. In Predator, and I think it's an entertaining film. So it's entertaining, and I enjoy it.
What can you say that hasn't already been said about Predator? This is a classic film from the 1980s. Arnold Schwarzenegger is awesome. The entire cast is awesome. The writing is awesome. You have some cool kills, action sequences, and the Predator is just a badass horror icon, and he is fantastic. Check out Predator.
In second place is AVP, Alien vs. Predator. Now, Alien vs. Predator, this is directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, and the reason why this is at number 2 is because this was my introduction to the Alien and the Predator series, because this was the very first Alien and Predator movie I watched. Now, it does have some problems when it comes to the storytelling. It does have problems when it comes to the cliches that Paul W.S. Anderson puts in. And I feel like the characters, they could have had a lot more development. I feel like there are some things in the story that could have been tweaked a bit. And I get the fact that you want to be PG-13, but this would have been a lot more tolerable if it was R-rated and if it was a lot more gore. I do like Lance Henriksen in here. I do like the fact that they go in this pyramid and they get stuck there, and then you have these 3 predators having to come and fight the xenomorph. And I do like the little explanation that they try to give on why predators and aliens fight each other through civilization. And I do like the first time when the alien and predator, they do fight each other. And those moments, I think, are very cool. I do feel like in the third act is a lot of fun to watch. I go along with it. And I do like Sanaa Lathan and Rob Bova and Lance Henriksen. But the rest of the characters, I feel like you could have allowed us time to get to know them more. I do like some of the ideas they throw in, like the sacrificial chamber, and then the one scene where the face huggers just jump through these other 3 people who get stuck in the sacrificial chamber, and the chest burst is always cool to see. So AVP is a fun, guilty pleasure. It's not a perfect movie, but I do enjoy it, and this was my introduction to Predator.
I know a lot of people hate Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem, but the Alien vs. Predator movies are my guilty pleasures. I know the writing may not be the best, you may not have the best character development, and some of the directing in this movie may not be the best, but Alien vs. Predator is a pretty dumb, entertaining crossover.
First place, I'm gonna get a lot of controversy for it, but Predators. To me, this is the true sequel to Predator. Predator 2, like I said, I will give that movie another shot once I do get the trilogy steelbook on Blu-ray, but this is where I stand when it comes to which sequel is better. Predators, Robert Rodriguez, he presented. I will admit, Adrian Brody, not the best choice, but he did good. I do like some of the cast in here. I do like that it's back in the jungle. I do like we have different three Predators here. I like what the director, Nimrod, Antal, wanted to do with this. I like some of the characters. I do feel like that this could have been a better movie, but I will say that for the most part, Predators is a fun, enjoyable film. It is my favorite film in the Predator franchise. I think this is underrated. I think this gets a lot of unfair hate, and some of it, the flaws, I do point out, and I understand the people who don't like the movie, but for the most part, Predators is my favorite Predator film, and it is the best sequel in the Predator series. And I felt like if you continued here, I felt like it would have done a lot better, but it is what it is. I still enjoy Predators.
Predators is the true sequel to the original Predator. It is way better than Predator 2. It is way better than AVP Requiem. Robert Rodriguez produced a pretty awesome movie. I like the direction. I like the acting in this movie. There is I do have some problems, but for the most part, Predators is a better movie than Predator 2.
Ranking of the Predator movies from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite one. The Predator franchise has its ups and downs, but I still enjoy both the Alien franchise and the Predator franchise for the most part. Let me know what your ranking would be down below. Be sure to use my channel hashtag. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share my stuff. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Stardust. Be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and my official group page that I am part of. Also, be sure to check out Land of the Nerd Pack and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in more videos. This is Future Filmmaker 3940 signing out, and you guys keep it cool as always. Y'all take care.